Hey guys, this is Jacob from JTech, and this tutorial is about integers. The last tutorial was about cin and cout, outputting and inputting from the console. So we're going to, or an integer is a variable that can store only whole numbers, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, no decimal numbers. What we're going to do is just a little program that adds to numbers that you had put in. So we're going to have the two numbers, and we declare the two numbers by saying int 1, int 2. You can change the name, but you have to consider that when I say 1, that you have to change that to whatever you changed it to. So we're going to output on the screen, enter two numbers for me to add. And then we're going to do, actually we're going to give that a new line. We're going to do an output for the first number, and then an input for it. Do the same for 2. Now, we're going to put a system pause and just see how this looks, formatting, and see if it just works, if I didn't do anything wrong. Sin2, forgot the arrows. Okay. Enter two numbers for me to add. Okay, we'll put 6 and 4. And of course we haven't programmed it to do anything else. We just told it to do a system pause, and then when we press a key it exits. So what we need to do is tell it what to do with the two numbers. But when we do it with the two numbers, it has nothing to store it in. So we have to make another integer number. I'm going to call it total. And we're going to have to tell what the total function is. So total is going to equal 1 plus 2. Which means every time we put something in the total and we display total, it's going to take the 1 plus 2 and it's going to output it. And if we put this before we put enter two numbers and we put cout 1 and 2, it'll just display, I think, nothing. Let me see. Yeah, some random code of all the numbers because we haven't entered anything in it yet. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to say cout with some English in there so they know exactly what it is. The numbers 1 and 2 equals total. Okay, so what this does is displays on the screen the numbers, the first number you put in, and the second number you put in equals the total. Okay, so we're gonna compile and run and enter the two numbers for me to add. Let's put 5 and 4, and it says the numbers 5 and 4 equals some random number. Press any key to continue. And we also need an indel. Okay, so I forgot to move the total 1 plus 2 equals 1 plus 2 back down after that, because that was what was screwing up my code. So now what happens when we compile and run is that, let's say 7 plus 1, which should equal 8, and it says the numbers 7 and 1 equal 8. Actually, let's put, instead of and, let's put the plus symbol because it looks more logical. 7 and 1 again. Number 7 plus 1 equals 8. So, that was this tutorial. The next tutorial is going to be over floats, which are, instead of whole numbers, like 1, 2, and 3, they're like everything in between 1.0 and 2.0, which is basically 1.1, 1.11, 1.11, and 1.2, 1.222, and stuff like that. It can be pi, for example. Pi is a float number. And the next tutorial after that is going to be about doubles, which can be whole numbers, basically integers, and floats. So what a double can do is it can hold, integers, so 1, 2, and 3, and floats, pi, 1.1, 100.3, whatever. Integers can also handle negative numbers, but we weren't subtracting anything because, that's just easy. We can just change this to a subtraction sign. And we can enter in, I think you can enter in negative numbers. But so if you want to contact me, just send me a message on YouTube, PM me, comment, rate, subscribe, or send me an email, jacob@j-tek.net, so jay-tek.net. Go to my website, http://jay-tek.net. I'm updating that site constantly. I'll see you in the next video.